Hola, soy señora Morales. ¿Cómo están? Semana 3, lección 3, gramática, sección 6, section 6, página 22 al 24. Okay? We're starting on section 6 of gramática. Okay? And we're on página 22. Raquel habla con. Raquel is speaking with. Okay? Third person forms of regular verbs, present tense. All right. Oh gosh, grammar is wonderful. Forms. As you've learned, third person forms are used to talk about other people. We're going to talk good about other people. Okay. We're going to be good folks. All right. When you and I speak of someone else, we're talking about a third party. Note that the third person verb forms corresponds to the following subject pronouns. As you will see, the Spanish pronouns indicate gender. He, okay? Here's the pronoun he. Él habla. Él explica. She. Ella escribe. Ella vive. Okay, these are singular. All right. Now it's they, plural, male. Ellos hablan. Now that's changing, an. Ellos explican. See, when it's singular, it's habla. When it's more than two or more, it's hablan. If you're talking about they. Explican. And singular is explica, okay? They, females, a group of females. Ellas escriben. Ian. And ellas viven. That's where they live. Up here, it's telling you she wrote, escribe. That makes it understood. Escribe is understood that it's a she that lives there, that writes. And vive is that she lives there, or whatever. She lives. Ellas escriben, ellas viven. So the preceding verbs form are called regular because their ending follows predictable patterns like a, y, or a, or e, escribe, vive, okay? For singular, an, or, that was for singular, and an or en for plural. An, y en. Hablan, explican, viven, escriben, okay? Uses, okay? The present tense form of Spanish verbs have the following English equivalents. Note also the position of no before the verb, okay? Paying attention to the verb, it's before the verb. Raquel explica la historia. Raquel explica la historia. Remember, when you see an H, skip it. You can't say it. Go to the next verb, the vowel. And in this case, it's E for the letter I, E. Historia. Raquel explains means it's explaining the story. That's what that means. Raquel no explica el misterio. No explica el misterio. Raquel doesn't explain the mystery. So when the context makes meaning clear, subject pronouns are not used with these verb forms. Those subject pronouns were like the ones we saw before. Ella, él, ellas, ellos. Okay? In the following brief paragraph, you can easily identify the subject of the verbs because it is indicated at the beginning and the context is obvious. This is the beginning of the sentence. Elena Ruiz vive en Sevilla. Elena obviously is a woman. That's a she. If you were to replace that pronoun, she, so you would say vive en Sevilla as you continue. No trabaja en una oficina. Trabaja means to work. So she doesn't work in an office. And notice the ending, a. Tiene, it's an E, so it's still implying a singular form. Tiene esposo y dos hijos. Tiene y trabaja is referring to Elena. Elena not working in an office, and that she has a husband and two kids. Don Fernando vive en La Gavia. Don Fernando vive, it's an E singular, en la Gavia. Ya no trabaja. Okay? So he doesn't work. He doesn't work. No work. Doesn't work. Tiene, still singular form, 4 hijos, pero no tiene esposa. Okay? Hands are tired. Good grief. I know that I told you on the page to skip this and skip this, but that's not happening. So for those who are watching the video, you will know that you have to do this. And if you don't have this done, you get it marked wrong, and I'm sorry, but that's what the videos are for. And I hopefully will put it up on the discussion forum, okay? So, but you do have to do actividad A. Actividad A, de quién se habla, okay? Because I first thought you didn't need it, but I definitely think you're going to need it. So that's why I'm doing this, okay? It's not because I'm trying to be mean, okay? De quién se habla. Who is being talked about? Ojo. What does that mean, y'all? Pay attention. Pay attention. There is more than one possible answer for some items. First, take a few seconds to scan the list of characters. All right, so let's see who the characters are. Raquel, Don Fernando, Teresa Suárez, Raquel y el taxista, Miguel y Jaime. When you see a J, a lot of the time it's going to be pronounced Juan. I should say all the time, but Jaime, Ramón y Mercedes. Okay? So, número uno. Escribe una carta. All right. Now we're going to take it. We're going to remember this is the verb and it ends in an E. So, escribe means what? If it just has the E at the end, that's telling you that it's either going to be él or ella. Singular, okay? So, escribe una carta. So, who of these characters fit that bill? Fit that statement? Somebody wrote a letter. Okay. Número 2. Viaja a Sevilla. Viaja means to travel. Is to Sevilla. Okay. Now it has that A ending. This verb has that A ending. So once again, it's implying, it's already letting us know that it's either él or ella. It's a singular one. So a single person. All right. Busca a Rosario. Again, see that ending? So that is letting you know it's either a singular, it's either él or ella. Masculino, femenina, okay? Now, here it says, hablan con Rosario. Hablan con Raquel en la calle. Hablan con Raquel en la calle. See that an? So now that verb means either ello or ellas. Okay? This is plural. That means 2 or more. So now you know that you're looking for what? 2 or more people. So now you have to find in this section who it is with 2 or more people that fits what that is saying. One more, and the rest of them you're going to have. I'll read them, but I'm not going to tell you what they say. Número 5. Viven en la Gavia con su padre. Viven en la Gavia con su padre. Viven is another ending that is implying, it's telling you that it is for 2 or more people. So it'll be either ellos or ellas. Sorry, I didn't write that before. So it's going to be 2 or more people. I'm going to read these. I'm not going to explain what this is. You're going to have to look it up, okay? These are either words of your vocabulary or words that are in this sheet or from Lección 1, Lección 2, and yes, you can always just get your dictionary and look it up. Número 6. Entran en el barrio de Triana en taxi. Entran. Pay attention. Número 7. Cree que Rosario está en España. Cree que Rosario está en España. Número 8. Llega al mercado de Triana con 2 chicos. Llega al mercado de Triana con 2 chicos. 9. Investiga el secreto de Don Fernando. Investiga el secreto de Don Fernando. Número 10. FYI, cognate. Número 10. Revela un secreto a su familia. Revela un secreto a su familia. That's all I'm going to do for that. I hope you do well. Okay. Actividad B. I know, as I explained before, I wrote skip on here, but I do want for you to do this. It's necessary. Actividad B. Los personajes de Destinos. Los personajes, that means personalities, characters, de Destino. Compare the activities of different characters in the series by finishing these sentences. Unfortunately, there's no space in the back sheet that I gave you for this. That's all good. In this particular case, please write it here, the rest of the sentence, as clear and, as clear as you can, okay? If you have to write lines so you can write on there clear, that's fine. I would highly appreciate that. And for those who are grading the paper so they can understand what you're writing, okay? So, and I'm saying that because when I start writing, well, as you may see, because my handwriting ain't that great, when I don't take my time and I start flying through stuff, my hand looks like chicken scratch. So just try to write neat, okay? I would appreciate that. All right, so Carlos trabaja en Miami. Ramón y Mercedes no trabajan. See that an? Because there's two. Trabajan en Miami. Trabajan en La Gavia. Okay? What you could do is either this sentence, or you can just say, well, actually, you should write the whole thing, but it's okay. I would accept just writing trabajan en La Gavia. Okay? Trabajan en La Gavia. The next one. Patty viaja con frecuencia. Patty viaja con frecuencia. Mercedes y Don Fernando, these are two people, no. So how would you answer the rest of that? Mercedes, or I should say complete. Mercedes y Don Fernando no viajan con frecuencia. They do not travel with frequency. Another cognate, okay? Looks a lot like frequency. And the next one would be where am I? Número 3, Juan y Patty visitan, two people visitan a Don Fernando en La Gavia. Juan y Patty visitan a Don Fernando en La Gavia. Carlos también visita a Don Fernando en La Gavia. So that is how I want you to write and complete the rest of these sentences. I already gave you the first 3. I'm just trying to help you so you have an example, and I will continue. Again, I said before, these are not supposed to be done, but I am asking you to do them. For those who have watched the video, you will know this, and you will not have all of them wrong because I'm telling you on the video, because we're supposed to be watching the video. Okay? Actividad C y tú. Tell about the members of your family and your acquaintances. Okay? Actividad C y tú. We're going to tell about the members of your own family, okay, and your acquaintances. Create as many sentences as you can. Select only those items from the left-hand column, right here, that are appropriate for you. Use no as needed. And this is indicating that there's a space for you to do these sentences in the back under Actividad C, under grammar. Here we go. This is the last page, worksheet 3, Gramática 556. We're doing Actividad C, page 23. This is where you're going to be writing those sentences, okay? So now you know you have to go to back worksheet. All right, so you have to make these sentences. I'm going to give you a couple examples. You can pick mi madre or mi padre, okay? And then you pick from over here. Vive if it's singular. Viven if it's two people. Like in this case, mis padres, that would be viven, okay? So mi hermana, mi hermano, y'all should know this is brother or sister. Mis hermanos can mean my brothers or my brothers and sisters, or my brother singular and sister. Okay, that's funny, but you have to learn that later. All right, mi esposo, mi esposa, that's singular. You pick one or the other. Mi hija, hijo or mi hija, my son, my daughter. Mis hijos, my children, my sons or my daughters and sons. Mi profesor, that's male. Mi profesora, that's feminine, female. De español, hello, that's me. Okay, mi amigo, so-and-so. Okay. All right. Mi amigo, so-and-so. And mis amigos, my friends. Mi doctor, my doctor. And me, if you want to make something else up in there. So then over here it's viven, vive or viving, and then that means in. And then over here is this lugar means a place. So when you're making up this sentence, I'm just going to tell you what these mean. Viving in this place. So you can say, oh, they live in a house, or they live in California, whatever. Or habla or hablan mucho por el teléfono, cognate. Hablan means to speak, mucho, a lot, por el teléfono, by the telephone. Hablan inglés, that's English, or español. Habla or hablan, habla or hablan otra lengua. That means another language. Trabaja or trabajan mucho or poco. Mucho means a lot, poco means a little. Viajan con frecuencia. Travel with frequency. That means to, and then you mention a place. I'm going to show you in a minute. Escriben or escriben muchas cartas or muchos reportes. Toma or toman muchas, a lot, or pocas medicinas. Tiene or tienen muchas clases, muchos pacientes. Tiene muchos pacientes. Trabaja or trabajan en una oficina en la universidad. Here's a couple of my sentences, all right, so you can see. Mis padres, that means my parents, hablan español. Okay? Mis padres hablan, I'm using that because they're talking about two people. Hablan español. Mi esposo trabaja, because it's one person, mucho. And I said, I love you, Juan. That's my husband's name. Mi hermana viaja, because it's one person. It's a person, she's a female. So that would be she, okay? I could replace that and say she, but you don't have to. That means she in there. Viaja con frecuencia a juegos de béisbol. That means my sister, she travels with frequency to juegos means game. Y'all want to guess what that is? It's baseball. My sister she frequently goes to baseball games all the time. So I just wanted to put her in here. That's my sister, Mari. Love you, Mari. So that's the end of that. The next page, I told you not to do actividad D. We're not doing that. I'm going to be doing 7 next, but I'm doing another video so I can post this up. Thank you. See y'all Monday.